Today is a huge announcement for Pokemon Go. This is potentially the biggest event of the upcoming season of Pokemon Go, the Hoenn Tour, which is going to bring us Shiny Jirachi, and for the first time in Pokemon Go, Primal Kyogre and Primal Groudon, some of the strongest Pokemon that we've been waiting a very long time for. For Pokemon GO Tour Hoenn, there are actually two events. There's a global event that takes place in-game and is available for everyone worldwide, and then there's an in-person ticketed event that's happening in Las Vegas. So this video is about the global event, and then if you want to learn about the in-person event in Vegas, you can click on the card at the end of this video or the link down in the description that'll take you to that other video. So let's start with the global event. This is the one that's going to happen for everyone. It's going to be in-game and it's available to everyone no matter where you are in the world. This is going to take place on Saturday, February 25th, 2023, and Sunday, February 26th, 2023, from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. local time. It starts with special research, chasing legends. Professor Willow has tasked Ree with researching Hoenn folklore about the red and blue orbs, items which are said to have some connection to Primal Kyogre and Primal Groudon. So that special research will be available during the event, and there it is. Primal Surge. You can encounter their primal reversion forms for the first time in Pokemon Go and experience the true nature of their power at the global event, Pokemon GO Tour Hoenn Global. We'll also have Shiny Jirachi available for the first time in Pokemon Go through a Masterwork research, which, if you remember from GO Tour Johto and Kanto, is a very long and not necessarily difficult, but takes a long time to complete special research line. Wishes can come true, just ask Jirachi. Trainers around the world will be able to purchase Masterwork research to encounter Shiny Jirachi. So just like the Masterwork research with Shiny Mew, this is an add-on. You do have to purchase this. We don't have details on that yet, like how much it's going to cost and what it's going to include aside from Shiny Jirachi, but I mean, I think this is standard with these GO Tour events. There is a disclaimer at the bottom. Masterwork research with fewer steps leading to an encounter with Shiny Jirachi will be available to ticket-holding trainers who attend the in-person event in Las Vegas. And attendees with that shorter Masterwork research will not be able to purchase the longer global Masterwork research. So if you go to the in-person event in Vegas, which is actually the weekend before the global event, you'll get a Masterwork research there at the in-person event, but you can't also get the global Masterwork research. So it's one or the other. If you go to the in-person event, you get the shorter one. If you play the global event and you buy the ticket for that, you get the longer one. There will be a Ruby versus Sapphire challenge. Trainers will be able to pick between a Ruby or Sapphire badge, and the team you pick will shape certain aspects of the event. So we'll probably have some version exclusive Pokemon like we've had for previous GO Tour events. And the badge that trainers pick at GO Tour Hoenn in Las Vegas will carry over to the global event the following weekend. So if you go to the in-person event and you pick Ruby, you're going to still be Ruby for the global event. You can't have both of them. During the event, there's also going to be unique field research, collect Mega Energy, and encounter Ghost-type Pokemon with new rare field research tasks. I don't like the sound of that, rare field research tasks. Not everyone has a lot of Pokestops nearby, so that, well, we'll see. We'll see what that actually ends up meaning. Moving on, also during the global event, the free event, the following Pokemon will appear in raids. In 1-star raids, Trico, Torchic, and Mudkip. You can get a shiny, of course. In 5-star raids, it's all the Deoxys forms: normal form, attack form, defense form, speed form Deoxys. You can also get a shiny of those. And for the first time in Pokemon Go, Primal raids will have Primal Kyogre and Primal Groudon available. Now let's talk about them real quick because they are important. Primal Kyogre and Primal Groudon are kind of like Mega Legendaries. They're not exactly the same, so I'm not sure exactly how they're going to work in Pokemon Go, but they are two of the strongest Pokemon that we're going to get. Now, unfortunately, and we've talked about this before, they're not actually the best of their respective types. Kyogre is going to be the second best water type attacker, and Primal Groudon is the second best ground type attacker. Mega Swampert, which we're getting very soon, this upcoming weekend, will be better than Primal Kyogre, and Mega Garchomp, which, well, I don't know when we're getting that, but Mega Garchomp will be better than Primal Groudon. Of course, until that happens, Primal Groudon will be the best ground-type attacker. And remember, both of these Pokemon do have exclusive moves that haven't been introduced to Pokemon Go yet. So when they do eventually get those exclusive moves, I'm sure they'll jump right up to the top of the list. Continuing on, special Pokemon will appear in unique habitats during the event. For the global event, there'll probably be timed habitats changing every hour. Also, for the first time in Pokemon Go, you'll be able to encounter Shiny Unknown H, Shiny Surskit, Shiny Gulpin, Shiny Torkoal, Shiny Cacnea, Shiny Tropius, and Shiny Relicanth. They're not saying every Hoenn Pokemon will be available as Shiny because there's no confirmation of Kecleon still. For Johto Tour and Kanto Tour, we got all of the Shinies of all of those Pokemon released from those generations. I think it would be hilarious if we went through this entire Hoenn Tour and Kecleon still wasn't released. I'm hoping that it'll be like a secret surprise thing. Maybe you can find Kecleon in some interesting way during the event, but there is no confirmation of that yet. Now let's talk about those Pokemon habitats. Blistering Sands will have Torchic, Nincada, Cacnea, Bagon, and more. In the Verdant Earth habitat, Trico, Wurmple, Mawile, Gulpin, and more. In the Eerie Mists habitat, Surskit, Meditite, Chimecho, Absol, and more. In the Ancient Shores habitat, Mudkip, Lileep, Feebas, Clamperl, and more. So I hope that's a lot of and more. I hope we have every Gen 3 Pokemon available, including Kecleon. It should be that way, we'll find out. But at least for now, we know that every Pokemon that we already have from Gen 3 in Pokemon Go will get their Shinies released. Now, some of those aren't mentioned in any of the habitats here, but they are available in eggs. The following Pokemon will be available from eggs during the event. In 2-kilometer eggs, Pichu, Igglybuff, Trico, Torchic, Mudkip, Azurill, Wynot. In 5-kilometer eggs, Surskit, Gulpin, and Cacnea, and I should add that they don't have any and more here, so I'm hoping that it's literally just those three, which are 3 new Shinies in 5-kilometer eggs, because that would make it a lot easier to target and hunt for them. In 7-kilometer eggs, Trapinch, Feebas, Bagon, and Beldum, and I'm glad they put these in 7-kilometer eggs because you can ignore them, because 3 of them have had Community Day, Feebas has had a Research Day, so for me, I don't want any of those Shinies. I won't be opening any gifts during the event, or at least not when I have egg space available. And then in 10-kilometer eggs, there are some that I know everyone is going to want. Torkoal, Tropius, and Relicanth, which can all be Shiny for the first time. They'll all be available globally during the event. These are regional Pokemon. Some of them have been very difficult to get, but during the event, they will at least be hatching from 10-kilometer eggs. No confirmation if they'll be available any other way, maybe on Incense as Incense exclusive Pokemon like we've had in previous Go Tour events, but at least they're in 10-kilometer eggs. As for new features and items, well, check back soon for additional info. So that's it for the global event, the Global Hoenn Tour. We don't know anything about boosted Shiny rates. That wasn't mentioned anywhere. We know that you're going to choose Ruby or Sapphire, so I don't know if that will be like a ticketed feature. We know that you're going to have to pay for the Masterwork research. We know we're waiting on more info for new features, so maybe that will include the details about potential Shiny rates, Incense, version exclusive Pokemon, all the things that have happened in other Go Tour events that aren't mentioned in this article yet. Now, if you want to learn about the in-person ticketed event that's happening next year in Las Vegas, you can click on this video right here. Right here. Right there. Check it out if you want. It's right there. Okay, bye.